Let's first talk about rice. Rice modeling has good crop climate and economic data sets, and research has been used to simulate rice fields under different future climate scenarios in Kurunegala district, which is selected as a fast track location. And also planning AgMIP implementation also planned. Then let's move on to the sugar cane. Udawara is the sentimental site for sugar cane, and also good crop climate and some economic data available. Therefore, need to collect additional economic data from two commercial sugar cane plantations in Sri Lanka. Regarding the crop model, we have our own crop model, named is 3K model, and it simulates fast yielding for Sri Lanka. Implementation of DESA and AgMIP was planned. Then let's see what we discussed in climate session, what are highlights. High density of data with quality control available in Sri Lanka, and existing tools and capacity in climate work shall help our work. The management session, challenge of coordination of large team and multiple institutions, that problem raised, and also challenge of managing quarterly disbursements discussed. Then to explain the economic downloading, I invite my colleague, researcher Dumidu here. Thank you very much.
I'm doing really well. Okay. I work as a researcher. Obviously, we have more than two slides. Can't help it. Now, when it comes to the economic breakout, we were talking about the finalization of socio-economic data sets. So basically, for rice, we have all the data sets, like all the variables available. But when it comes to sugarcane, we have to collect the data from these Taravat and Sivanagar areas of local areas. Now, like I said, good socio-economic data for rice is already available from forecasting systems as well as the existing like cost of cultivation handbooks and so. These are the variables available, household data, cost of cultivation. These are just instances of variables for the data. Now, in the economic breakout session, some ideas were brought forward, like for rice and sugarcane. Now, as you always state, like collective sense of what we are doing, like integrated work of the disciplinary groups, like organizing ourselves and working together. It was emphasized again and again, and even in the economic session, it was emphasized. Now, when it comes to the reps, how we create reps. Reps and the nested approach was done by John and Roberto. And in that discussion, we had a slight argument how we quantify data and how we use data as use defined data for setting up criteria. So that's like discussion about that. How we enter data on Telegram software. And this is something like does not come, but it has something to do with the economic side as well. It's the ideas of policymakers and outside expertise we understand. So we can take some expertise on the external stakeholders, say for ministries of environment, agriculture, and so on. So as necessary. So we don't have to leave there so much with them, but as necessary, we can get their data and their expertise. So that's about it. Thank you very much.
I will restrict myself within to the allotted time, just to provide more time to the experts present here, and I will request their inputs. If we have missed something, please let us know so that we can fill up the gaps. My presentation, myself, Ranveer Singh from Indian Council of Agricultural Research, and representing IGV team. Uh, so, uh, the what emerged out of discussions yesterday, I have summarized in just these two slides. Uh, and this is just flavor of the discussions. I can elaborate. I have notes with me. If you need to that, I will stick just to uh, keep myself with the time frame. I will read these out. The first thing which we learned is that work plan adjustment is needed, keeping in the project time frame. And that has come up very clearly or during the discussions that given the limited time, let us have a read upon it. Second one is data sharing mechanism, open access to published data, as even this portal was also attributing something, some data management plan. So might be you have already this in mind. So this is another issue which emerged during the discussions. Our team will attempt three fast track exercises at three locations, uh, one each at India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. In the Indian team, we are proposing that we can start from our stations at Modipuram, where I am working. Next point which emerged that minimum data set template is needed for climate, crop, and economic models, just to have an idea how that fast track exercise can be completed with the given data set. So if there is some set given data template, so that we just fill up the data, required data, and then run the model. Then there is need for addressing the issue of matched data versus unmatched data. My Southern India colleague participant also he has raised this issue. So let us say when for a given location climate data is available, then what is the limit beyond which we should not go to look for household and farm survey data? That is another issue. So and the event showing windows. This was another point which emerged in the group discussions that it is not necessarily that a particular crop is sown on a some specific 2 or 3 days only. But in reality, the sowing period is spread over a larger horizon. So can we just split out the whole sowing period in just three windows, let us say early, optimum, and late, and then simulate the model. These are the major issues which emerge out of discussion, and we look forward to stakeholders also at each location, and means at India, Nepal, and Bangladesh for developing labs. For that, we are also looking forward to more hands-on training for this set, and some of our colleagues raised this issue during the discussion and this trade-off analysis model. And of course, the enhancing capacity for integrated assessment. Yes. Thank you.
You don't have. Sorry. Sorry for interrupting. Yes, I need this PPT for. So I need to get one. Presentation day highlights.
Good morning, everybody. I am Shkilam, representing Pakistan. And yesterday was a nice opportunity for us to have discussion with AgMIP international leaders and team leaders. Like our previous groups, we also have more than 2 slides except IGB group. Here we have comfortable data sets to work with it. We have our team has on hands-on DSET model. During these sessions, we learn regarding our project and work on and how to compare the actual data with the simulated data and how to upscale crop modeling simulations, how to use, how to perform fast track system, and we also learn if there is gaps somewhere, how we can use the expert opinion to fill these gaps. And during this session, we will use one crop regarding rice, and with one illustration data of Hyderabad, and we will use the set model. But the plan for integration yet to be decided, and our team is not so much clear with respect to Epsom model. With respect to climate group, we also have most of the required data available with us, and we have 30 to 35 years data, and the required data is in the required format, which is our DSAT or AgMIP generated. During these sessions, we learned how to fill the missing data, characterization of historical data, generation of climate scenarios, sensitivity analysis, and we further plan to assessing the variability in the data set and regarding scenario generation. With respect to economic field, we have also socioeconomic data regarding rice crop, and this data is in a required format. We do these sessions, we learn use of different types of data sets, development of labs and scenarios, but still clarity is required with respect to labs, generation of climate scenarios, sensitivity analysis, conversion of qualitative data into quantitative data, and we further plan use of crop model simulation for economic analysis by using TOA and MD model, and further sensitivity analysis. With respect to IT, we have IT expertise available with us, with our team. All Microsoft development tools are available. During this session, we learn how we can translate the data, and we further plan development of different data translation tools, establishment of data and node at country level. What is not clear, data policy, but it was clear yesterday, today in the morning, first session.
With the leadership team. Thank you for reminding us. Yesterday we have an opportunity to listen from everybody and also closely working with the leadership team. And our team members sat in these sessions when you were interacting with the resource persons of the leadership team. Like Murthy was sitting in crop and climate, am I right, Murthy? And Nedlu was with the climate model, of course, PR also with the crop model. Maybe what I'm going to do, I'm not going to have any slides. It's almost like a collaboration and coordination, not even 2 slides. But I'm going to have 2 persons who can explain about their feedback and understanding what would they need. So we have some issues. We can certainly sort out that one, which we discussed in the collaboration and the coordination. And also, like few of these things, I'm sure, like maybe when we end up this one, we are going to sort out all the issues like the grant agreement, and also collaboration, coordination, and also data security and data sharing. We have discussed briefly, but most importantly, what we need to understand about the workshops and the training programs, how best we can address your needs and also the challenges. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to request Nandu to just say a few words about his understanding. Nandu, are you here?
Sure.
Yeah, 2 minutes is good enough, maybe. Would you can take 2 minutes?
Good morning. I'm Pedro Morris, I'm an economist. Uh, I'm as a part of this economic team, so I sit in that group with the four regional teams. So I was discussing, and then John Antle and Roberto was uh, made an effort to explain to the four groups about the fast track assessment and also the development of apps. Um, what I understood from the discussion is most of the economists in the four regional groups already have hand-on training, at least, but they are different level, but at least they have a hand-on training on the TOA model, but they are different level. I hope that they will catch up in applying the TOA model. And then the discussion was went on two different issues. One is on the fast track assessment, and then there is a discussion on the availability of household data, and then the understanding of the data and how it can be used in the TOA model. So most of the groups have identified the regions, also the database, what they want to use. And then the second issue is on the tools on development of apps. So it clearly we discussed the tools, and then most of them they understood how the narratives can be put into a database and then to create the parameters for developing the apps. So I hope that this will be very useful for the regional team to understand what different steps which we are going to use in the impact assessment. But there are some gaps which we need to address, like few trainings or some hands-on or work with them closely for TOA model. That's what the feedback from the economic.
Thank you, Dilip. Actually, yesterday I'm sitting with the South Indian team and also the many other teams. By and large, it was clear that most of the people are familiar with the DTAC modeling. And this is really thanks to Dr. Jones and Peter for organizing many training programs in South Indian region. So most of the people have a problem with exit model, so including South Indian also. So what we can plan is we can have a series of training, especially with exit, or combined with the DTAC and exit model in a couple of days, and then have everybody to participate in the training program so that everybody will clear. And so far for the fast track assignment, I think most of the people are planning with the GTAC model. So for fast track, that may not be an issue of planning, but maybe I'm not very sure about creating a team. They may need a small training before the fast track also. I'm not very sure. So if really the required, we can arrange that one also. And with the coordination with Dilip, and we are planning to organize a training program in the DSAT and XC, and so that everybody can participate, and then I don't think it's not a problem, so we can add in the series of driving programs, and somebody suggested like IGP team, like a boot camp team. So people of expertise can go to their respective team and then they can train with the data available, and that also can be a possible. So I think we will definitely plan some few trainings in the months to come. So I think that cities can plan that training. Thank you.
More particular we need to plan, even with the teams also, not me and with the leadership team. So what it appears, thanks Murthy and Nebul, what it appears, like there is a good progress in the knowledge gaining in each and every team, and also the clear awareness about the work plans and execution of the project activities to achieve the outputs, whatever we are intending. But the issues with each team is different, and we can certainly handle by collaborating and coordinating more effectively. We also had a discussion about the data security and data sharing. Certainly we can figure out the ways, especially with IMD. The only missing point is the climate plan. Although more this happened few sessions, but based on the feedback from allies, and everybody is on pretty good line with the climate modeling plan. Am I right?
be that set, but I think we have some good first steps.
Wonderful. So it shows like maybe our role is pretty